all planning for this?
Welcome back, TPR Nation. This is Micah, the co-founder of the Perfect RIA, with another great tips from the trenches. Now, one of the things that is really interesting as our network expands, as I'm able to talk with more advisors, really been a really cool process. So thank you guys for all your 5-star reviews, for sharing this podcast. This is how it grows. And as we're meeting with more advisors, some things become obvious. Now, this is a total splinter in a plank, which is beautiful, right? I can see the beam in my neighbor's eye, but the splinter in my neighbor's eye, but I'm missing the beam in my own. And sometimes we have that as advisors. And I want to talk about following your own advice. How often are we passionate about our clients and what they should be doing? How often are we really deliberate in telling our clients on how they need to take action, how we're giving them unique and direct advice that they can go and take action on to make their better lives? But the question is, how often are you following your own advice? How often are you reviewing your own financial plan? How often are you talking to your spouse about your financial plan and making sure things are in order? So often it's super easy to say, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I got this, because we know that stuff, but are we really doing it? Have you done your own one-page financial plan? Maybe you need to have somebody else do it for marital happiness. Have you brought in another financial advisor? Boy, that sounds crazy, right? But have you brought in another financial advisor to your home to make sure that you are doing financial planning the way it should be and your spouse is comfortable with it? These are really important things. This is practicing what we preach. Your investment portfolio, and this is, oh boy, I get up on step on this one. If I pulled your investments and I pulled your recommendation to clients, would they be in line? Are you doing what you tell clients to do? Now, I'm not saying anything nefarious, right, about front running or anything crazy like that. I know everyone listens to this podcast is totally ethical, and I'm not worried about that because that's table stakes, right? But if I look at it, are you really following the same advice? Easy example, I use buckets, right? We have 3 basic concepts: cash, income, and growth. Those are our 3 buckets that we have. You pull my portfolios, you're going to see that concept of things. I'm going to be following the same line of advice. Now, I follow the same line of advice I give my self-employed clients versus my W-2 clients. Why? Because I'm self-employed. So I have a little bit more cash because I'm self-employed than I'd recommend for a W-2 employee. But I'm following the same set of advice. It's the same principles, the same concept. I'm invested in the same models my clients are invested in, right? We buy and trade at the same time, whatever that compliance rules, that's what we are following. And I tell this as a passionate point to my clients, because if anyone else is telling them to invest, the clients should be reaching out and asking them, what's in your investment portfolio? What's your net worth? What decisions are you making? How much are you saving, right? Is this great advice because it's someone else, but you can't live by it? Cash flow is another great example. How do you have cash flow conversations with clients? Now, the reason this is so important is because now when I talk to clients about cash flow and the easy ways we can set up, not budgeting, right? Not that negative word, but positive cash flow planning. There's some simple tricks that we can put in place that make it easy. Now, how do I know it's simple? Because I've done it in my personal life. I've walked through these other things to make sure I'm going with solid advice the best I can. So any avenue in which I have to have the same experience as a client, I'm going to do that. That's also vacation planning, right? Whenever there's vacation planning, I'm asking clients where they're going and what they're doing. And we have vacations, great. I want to look at it through the lens of my clients, because when we're having a conversation or thinking about going to A, B, and C place, I want to know what that experience is like. I want to know what these things are so I can help my clients be better prepared for those things. And I know what the costs are. I know what that experience should look like. I know what red flags to look at because I do this. So the question I have, how often are you following your own advice? Break down your financial planning. Just do it real quick right now. And don't give it lip service. You say you have your estate planning done. Awesome. How frequently should be updated? Pull up your electronic file right now, your client file that you should have on yourself, and are your estate planning documents in your electronic filing system? Yay or nay? And have you followed your review process? What about your beneficiaries? What about your cash flow? What about your investments? Does your spouse know what your financial plan is, right? This is so important. I've talked to so many financial advisors that their comment is, well, unfortunately, a couple of widows as well, the financial advisor has died and the widow doesn't know what to do. They don't know what the succession plan is. They don't know what the agreements are. And unfortunately, not everything was put in place, but the planner was a great planner to other people, but not to themselves. So are you taking care of the loved ones in your life? That's the episode for this week, is make sure you are following your own advice and doing the things that you need to do. Till next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive.